I don't know whether...
A painted wall and a tree as against a statue and cement.
Well, and then they could choose how they decide whether it's more appropriate to have art in that space or some planting or...
Within...
Can I, actually, there's one thought that you've triggered in my mind, and that is, on commercial buildings there should be roof gardens for employees to enjoy. What's the view about terraces on private houses? Because traditionally the council has not been too keen on suddenly people building terraces on their houses where they can overlook their neighbours.
Because of privacy.
And also the noise that it can cause. Technically that would be an open space, would it, if it were a terrace? But do people think that the noise and privacy issues, by and large, would rule those out?
I think they can be designed to be in a... It would have to depend on each location specifically, but it can be designed not to be intrusive. And I think noise can be dealt with through environmental health.
Lots and lots of residents I know would not agree. But what I want to know is that if there is a feeling that that is an appropriate open space or not.
No.
It's a
privacy, I think, is really number one.
And noise.
And noise.
Well, I'd like to qualify that, because I think if one is living in an area where there are already such open spaces, I don't think that the planning people should stop other people putting similar open spaces. I mean, it seems, why should some people who got in first be privileged over people who are coming rather later to the idea of having a little bit of open space at the back of their house?
I know in my area there's landlocked Georgian houses, where the rear is completely landlocked. Many people have a small seating area and flat roof. Never had a single problem in 20 years.
Not everybody's experienced, but I mean, what we're doing is gathering in ideas.
I've never had a problem reported to me from...
Right, Anne, and then I think we need to move on.
I think you might put a proviso on those who are deciding on public art and sculpture, and could it be so user-friendly that they could climb on it? Because this has been hugely successful with Maggie Hamlin's shell, and there's also 2 or 3 famous other sculptures which are extremely child-friendly. And so that you could actually have your sculpture and it could be a sort of playground. I know that some child will fall off it and then there'll be a terrible, we'll all be sued for something or other. But if it was designed to be child-friendly sculpture...
With nice fancy tarmac around it or something.
Dimension that would... No, it could just be in the debate, I think.
And perhaps fountains we want to throw into this
Without
as well.
doubt.
We haven't mentioned fountains, but they are important for biodiversity.